Hello everyone and welcome to the Digital Marketing Part 2 video by Intellipaat. Now, before we discuss about today's agenda, do not forget to hit the subscribe button and click the bell icon. So first, we will discuss about different types of digital marketing. Moving ahead, we will learn about introduction to Google Analytics. Then, we will discuss why Google Analytics. Moving ahead, we will learn about introduction to sales funnel. And at the end, we will discuss why sales funnel is important.
Alright, guys, so now let's go ahead and understand the different types of digital marketing techniques which are out there. So, guys, these are the major digital marketing techniques which are prevalent these days. The first one is search engine optimization, then you have something called as content marketing, social media marketing, pay per click, affiliate marketing, native advertisements, marketing automation, email marketing, online PR, and inbound marketing. So, what are these exactly? Let's discuss one by one. So let's first talk about search engine optimization. So guys, search engine optimization is a technique wherein all of us, whenever we want to search for something, we know we go on Google or any other search engine, right? Now these search engines have criteria based on which they rank certain content. For example, let's say I search for what is digital marketing. Now the search engine will try and put on top the most relevant and the most read article on the top of the search engine. Now, how does it know that? For example, let's say you go to intellipaat.com and let's say you go to some other website, let's say competitor.com. Now, let's say on intellipaat.com you went and you spent around a minute, you clicked three or four things and you checked out probably three or four more things. So these are all events which happen, which are recorded by the search engine, right? Similarly, let's say you went to competitor.com and you did the same things, but let's say you do not spend around a minute, you spent around 30 or 40 seconds, you did not click on much, and then you came out of that website. So this way search engine basically keeps a record of how much time each person is spending on the website, and then it generally ranks the websites according to the time spent by the customers. And that's how search engine optimization basically works. So when if you want your website to basically rank on a search engine, so you will have to make sure that your website is very engaging, it has the right content, and it is basically pointing to the correct keyword which the user is basically searching. So that's what search engine optimization. There are a lot of other things also to take care of, but that is exactly what you do when you're dealing with search engine optimization, and that's a digital marketing technique. Similarly, you have something called as content marketing, right? So search engine optimization is about making your page more relevant to the keyword being searched. Content marketing, on the other hand, is all about creating content around the product that you want to market, right? Now this content could be in terms of blogs, it could be papers, it could be infographics, videos, and publish it on various platforms, which basically is about, let's say somebody searches for a certain thing, and if your word video comes over there saying that let's say you search for waterproof mobile phones, right? So let's say you made a video where you are explaining about a product and you also included the keyword waterproof phones. So when somebody is searching for waterproof phones, that video will also come, and when somebody watches that video, not only he is understanding the features of a waterproof phone, what it is, but he's also understanding the product that you have to offer, right? So that's in a gist what content marketing is all about. It's about creating engaging content which people consume, which not only imparts the knowledge which the customer is looking for, but at the same time markets the product that you have at hand as well. That is what content marketing is. Then the third thing is social media marketing. Now social media marketing is all about making use of social media apps such as Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, etc., to put your advertisement out there, right? Now it can be in terms of various things. It could be in terms of interactive quizzes that you put out there. It could be in terms of infographics that you put on your channel, which are interesting to know, and because of which people start following you, right? So like for example, if you scroll on Instagram, you will see a lot of funny pages which keep on putting the content over there, right? Now in between the content they also put some paid ads. Like for example, they would put some Netflix subscription available at a lower rate, swipe up to know more, right? These kind of things you will have heard. So these are all social media marketing. right? Because they're using the social media platform to basically earn money. All right. Next thing is about pay per click. So pay per click is basically the main source of income for Google, right? So you would have noticed whenever you do a Google search, on top of the Google results, you see 3 or 4 ads which resemble the search results which are also there. They're also blue in color. They also have a green link. They also have black text below them. But in front of them, they have ad written, right? So people, when they search for something and when they click on the ad thinking it's a search result, on that one click Google earns some amount. Right now, what is the amount which is decided on the click is basically decided on what is the volume of the keyword which is being searched and how many people want to put their ad on that keyword, right? So similar platforms such as Facebook ads, Twitter campaigns, these also work on the similar way, that whenever you have a post which people click on, the platform on which this ad is hosted, they basically charge you based on the number of clicks that your post has basically driven. So that's what pay per click basically means. Alright guys, so now let's go ahead and understand what is affiliate marketing. So guys, affiliate marketing is a marketing strategy wherein you do not promote your product, but there is a third party which promotes your product, and based on how well they market your product, how well they convert your leads, or how well they give you leads, you basically pay them the commission. Right, so this is what affiliate marketing is. So you're not doing anything, you're basically giving your work to a third party agency who will do the work, and if they give you leads, you pay them based on how good quality the leads are, right? So this is what affiliate marketing is. Moving on, then we have something called as native advertising, right? So what is native advertising? Native advertising basically refers to the fact that you would have seen a lot of blogs that you read online. They usually have some ads on the left and the right hand side, right? So this is what native advertising basically means, that you write your content which basically people are interested in, and while they're reading your content, they see some ads on the right and left hand side or somewhere else on the screen, with which you earn money out of by if somebody clicks on those ads. So that's what native advertising basically means, right? So this is also, native is also referred when you basically do any Facebook or Instagram advertising, that is also called native advertisement, because in that case also you have some content, and while you have that content, in between you do the advertisements that or for the sponsors who have paid you for that money, right? Then you have something called as marketing automation. Now marketing automation basically refers to a marketing strategy wherein you plan whatever you have to send out to your customers, right? It could be on a certain date, it could be on a certain action, that if a user performs this action, then this is the email which has to be sent to him, or this is a notification which has to be sent to him. So when you automate all these actions, in that case the workload for your marketing team becomes very less, because then they can basically plan out other things that they have to do in order to basically make your product a success, right? And marketing automation is a core of any marketing team which basically is working across the globe, because it is not possible to cater to each and every customer's action, right? And that's why you create email drips, you create notification drips. In the case when some user does a certain action, this is what has to be triggered, etc., right? Next we will be discussing email marketing. So email marketing basically refers to the marketing technique in which you just use email, right? Now when you use email, there are a lot of things that you can do. Either you can promote your product, or you can send out newsletters, or you can send out infographics. So when basically only email is involved in the marketing technique that you're working with, it's called email marketing. When you compare it with marketing automation that we just discussed, in market automation also email marketing plays a role, but apart from email marketing you can have a lot of other things as well, right? For example, there are a lot of apps that we see these days. So apps notification can also be automated with respect to what has to be sent when, right? Then you have something called as online PR. Now online PR is basically where you try to create brand awareness. For example, my company has been awarded among the best 100 startups in India, let's say for the year 2019 or 2020. So now what I can do is I can contact a PR agency which can publish an article for me in some good newspaper, right? So this is about me telling my achievements to a PR agency which can then ask a newspaper to publish an article on it. So this is what online PR is. And you will see a lot of people, even celebrities, do online PR just to create a good brand image of themselves. Then you have something called as inbound marketing. Now, inbound marketing, guys, is all about you interacting with the user at every stage of his product journey. Now, what does this mean? Let's say there is a customer who is not, or let's say there's a person who has not become a customer yet. He's a lead. He has not bought your services yet, but he is going around all the free content that you have to offer, for example your content marketing content, or he is looking at your product pages, etc. Right now, at each and every action that he is doing, or each and every touch point that he is touching on your website, you can decide how you want to interact with that user. For example, let's say he came to your product page, he saw it for some 2 3 minutes, and after that he left. So at this point, probably the customer is convinced that he wants to buy a product, but he is hesitating for some reason. So at this point, what you can do is you can trigger an email to him that we saw that you were looking at our product. Here's a 25% discount coupon for you if you feel the price is too high. Right. Similarly, there are many more techniques or many more ways in which you can lure a customer into buying your product. So this is what inbound marketing is, right? So, guys, these were some of the digital marketing techniques that we are going to talk about when we move on the course, and how you can basically plan your strategy around them. When you are into digital marketing domain space. Now, let's move on and talk about a very important tool, which is Google Analytics. All right, guys. So, Google Analytics is basically a dashboard through which you can monitor your website's performance, right? So there are a lot of parameters which are offered by this dashboard, and you can use them to monitor different things about your website, through which you can also get to know about whether your website will rank or not, or how you can improve your website by looking at some certain metrics, right? So let's go ahead and understand how Google Analytics basically looks like. So Google Analytics was basically created by a company called Urkin, which was later acquired by Google in the year 2005, and it is one of the most preferred analytical tool by companies throughout the world, because it is offered by Google, and most of the Google searches on the internet basically happen on Google, right? So this is how Google Analytics tool looks like, and it basically gives you a lot of parameters or metrics to look at, right? For example, this basically tells you in which countries how much time did your website take to load, right? This is also an important metric when you are basically looking at whether your website will rank or not, as to how user friendly your website is, how much time is it taking to load on the user's website. And a very good thing, or a very good parameter to talk about when you talk about a website, is that websites are hosted on servers, right? And obviously, when you are hosting servers, they will only be at one location. Now, obviously, there are ways in which you can have servers at multiple locations, and based on the request which is being originated, let's say a guy from US is trying to access your website. So, in the most ideal case, what should happen is a server in the US should be present, through which he should be given his request. This will significantly reduce the load time of your website, right? And this is exactly what this metric is all about. So if you see you have two important countries where your business comes from, you will try to reduce the load time to the minimum in those two countries, right? But if you see the load time is more, you can take a call as to what has to be changed in your infrastructure in order to reduce this load time. Now, load time also takes or also basically plays a key role in making your website rank on Google, right? So if a website is not performing well, Google will make sure that it is not at least ranking on the first or the second page. Why? Because Google will always want websites which are user friendly, website which can be opened, website which are actually giving the customer the relevant information to rank first than other websites. That is why this is again a good metric to look at. Then you have something called as bounce rates. Bounce rates basically means when a user comes onto your website, how soon is he leaving your website if he found it irrelevant, right? So that's what the bounce rate is all about. And here you can basically see which pages are basically performing how in your website, right? Then top three average time on page. So this will basically tell you which three pages on your website are taking more time to load. Then this will also tell you which browsers are basically causing a problem. Let's say on the Chrome browser you notice that your website is taking a lot of time to basically load. So then you can tell your development team that what this is happening, and they can sort it out for you, right? Similarly, if on a certain browser you want to have a look at some details, you can also do that on Google Analytics dashboard, right? You can also have a look at the other things on your website, like for example, top 10 viewed page, top 3 viewed page, top 3 viewed page according to the gender, and many more filters, even according to age group. You can have a look at how the traffic is behaving on your website, right? Now we talked about how the dashboard looks like. We will discuss more about it in detail as we move along. Let's basically understand the fact that what will happen when you use this dashboard. Why is it more important? So guys, this will basically tell you a lot more information. It can tell you how many people visit your website, where do your visitors basically live, are your websites mobile friendly or not, what websites send traffic to your website, right? So if you want to see which traffic sources you're getting the most data from, or most customers from, probably you will invest your energy more over there. So even that this tool can tell you, right? Then which pages on your website are most popular, so that that you would want to create more pages like that, which are popular on your website. Then how many visitors got converted to customers from leads. This can also, your Google Analytics dashboard can tell you, right? And a lot more things. So with this, what happens is you get to know your audience first of all, right? Because when you start a website, obviously it's a blank slate. From there, you have to build how you can improve your business. And to do that, you will first have to know your audience, where you are dealing the audience most from, etc. Right? So you get to know your audience by using the Google Analytics dashboard. You can also see how successful a campaign has been, right? Because it will never be the case that you plan a marketing campaign and it will be successful. It's a trial and error thing. You see what things work out for you and what do not, right? So with the Google Analytics dashboard, you can also have a look at how successful your campaigns are, right? You can also have a look at what customizations you have to make on your website to make it even better. So all these metrics are available in your Google Analytics dashboard, and you use that to make it more successful. Okay, so this was about a brief about what Google Analytics can do for you guys, and more on this, how you can exactly use it, will be discussed as we move along the course. Now, let's understand one more important concept, which is sales funnel. So, what is a sales funnel? So, guys, this is how a sales funnel basically looks like. Right now, you will have a question in mind. Why is it called a funnel? So, let me first tell you what a sales funnel exactly is, right? So a sales funnel is a diagram like this, which when it goes down, it becomes more narrow in size, right? And what this depicts is basically that you get an X amount of traffic on your website. Now this X amount of traffic reduces to a certain number and becomes leads. For example, when you go on a website, not on every website do you register. Or if I were to give you one more example, when you go on YouTube, you might be following a lot of people, you might be seeing a lot of videos, but you do not follow everyone. You follow only your favorite content creators, right? So once you start following a content creator, you become his lead, because in future it could be that you buy his merchandise, or let's say, if he has a product to sell, probably you will buy his product. So when you basically subscribe to a service on YouTube, you become their lead. Similarly, let's say you are on my website and I am in Intellipaat, and I sell courses, right? So if you visit on my website and you do not sign up, you have not become a lead yet. But the moment you sign up for something, let's say I have a blog and I say, if you want to read this blog, you will have to sign up. And the moment you sign up, you become a lead, because now you're in my ecosystem, and I can start my marketing automation on you to make you a customer of mine, right? So that's what marketing automation is all about, and that's how you basically convert your traffic into leads. But whenever that is happening, obviously all the traffic which is coming on your website cannot be converted to the number of leads, right? So you have a certain amount of traffic which you get on your website, you convert that into a certain number of leads, that reduces. And obviously the amount of leads that you get, not all of them will buy your service, right? Some people out of your leads will buy your service. So that's how, the number further decreases down, and that's how you get the sales part of the funnel. So as you're progressing on the funnel, the number is decreasing, and this is what the sales funnel is, right? So the most important marketing pillar about sales funnel is that if you want to increase sales, let's assume, how can you increase sales? If you want to increase sales, you will have to increase the circumference of the traffic or the top part of the funnel, right? So for that understanding, you basically imagine a funnel, right? So if I want to increase my sales, I will have to increase my traffic, which will basically increase my leads, and which is basically increase my sales proportionally. That's what the sales funnel is all about, right? So at the top of the funnel, you have traffic. And let's take an example to understand it. So let's say a person is browsing, on your website, and he basically is what you call a traffic. He's at the top of the funnel right now. Now the person looks interested in some course and he signs up on your website, and now he becomes a lead. He is not purchased the course yet, or he has not purchased the product yet. Remember that, right? Now when he's become a lead, the salesperson further helps by providing attractive discounts and offers, or you send out some marketing emails to him, you give him some content to consume, free content to consume, and after that he basically makes up his mind and he decides, okay, yes, I feel this company is good, I like their services which are free, let me also see what is there in their premium section. And now he has become a customer of yours, and from the lead he basically gets transitioned to a sale, right? So this is how basically a sales funnel basically works, guys. Now there are more fundas like this that you will probably learn when we move along, but right now this is just to make you introduced to concepts like these, which will make your life easier to imagine, how marketing basically happens in a company, right? Now let's understand why sales funnel is important. We have understood this concept of what sales funnel is, but let's now understand why is it important. So it is basically helps you to understand, where exactly is a problem. Let's say you're getting a huge amount of traffic, but you're not getting the right number of sales. So now you can understand, okay, so probably there is some problem whether either in transitioning of traffic to leads, or either from leads to sales, right? So there has to be a problem somewhere, because according to the funnel, the funnel problem that we discussed, or the funnel concept that we discussed, if I increase the traffic on my websites, automatically the sales number should increase, right? And when I say the sales number should increase, obviously when you are dealing with a sales funnel, every company has a conversion ratio, and according to that ratio they can calculate, if I get this much amount of traffic, this is the amount of sales that I should get. But if your numbers are not matching, then you can decide, okay, so there might be a leak in the funnel. It could be that my traffic to lead conversion is not happening, or my lead to sales conversion is not happening, and then you further drill down as to what the problem is, right? So a sales funnel is a very good tool to understand where exactly the problem is happening and accordingly fix it.
Just a quick info, guys. Intellipaat provides an advanced certification in digital marketing and analytics course by CCE IIT Madras. You will get to learn from IIT Madras faculty and industry experts. Reach out to us to know more.